Now, my top priority for the city is to provide excellent core services. Core services are police, fire and medical, municipal services and operations, which include streets, water, solid waste disposal, and recycling, and also Parks and Rec. We think of Parks and Rec as part of our core services. That requires a lot of funding. We use property tax revenues, sales tax revenues, and fees for service. So that's really what the city is about. We need to do our core services very well, and that's my top priority. As a sitting commissioner, I'll be voting on this issue in the near future. At this point, I am still open to learning about 2040. It's important that I let the process go forward and be open to what the public has to say about the plan. As far as what I've been doing lately, I've been spending a lot of time on the budget. So I haven't had the time, I haven't taken the time to study Horizon 2040 in the detail that it requires to actually develop a position on that question. I think the city has some responsibilities there. Again, basic services, core services are very important. It's important we do that well to support the entire community, including the business community. The city also expends significant resources on economic development. We have staff that we devote their time, so their salaries expense for that. We also have consultants, NDC, that we use in our economic development efforts. And we also provide money to the chamber as a way to do economic development as well. I support the cut because we are in a very difficult budget year. We do significant funding through our staffing, through our NDC contracts, through the BTBC. I believe we support Peasley. There are all kinds of things that we do. We also are required to do our core services. So unfortunately, this is something that we're faced with this year. I guess I'd point to two things. One is the time I've lived in Lawrence, first as a student and then coming back in 1983. I raised my family here. My wife and I have been very happy to live here in Lawrence. The other thing I'd point to would be my work experience. I worked as an IRS agent for 32 years, and that has really helped me when we talk about our finance and budget issues. I also worked as the administrative officer of the Douglas County Community Foundation for 6 years. So that's provided me some insight in Lawrence from a completely different perspective and a lot of background in what's going on with the nonprofit community here. And then most recently, I've served for 4 years as a city commissioner. So that experience is also useful as I go forward. It's important that we hear from a broad sector of the community as we try to make our decisions. One of the things that it takes is time. I devote a lot of time to engaging with people. I try to get out in the community. I try to go to chamber ribbon cuttings. I go to the Lawrence Association of Neighborhood meetings. I have coffee with a lot of people every week. Making yourself available and taking the time is how to cultivate those relationships. I've met some wonderful people in this town I would never have met had I not served as a city commissioner. And I really treasure that. One of the things I'm doing right now is I'm walking around in neighborhoods. I'm knocking on doors. And it's very different for me than it was 5 years ago, 4 years ago when I was doing this, because now I knock on the door and introduce myself as a candidate, and people sometimes recognize me. And so they're comfortable reaching out to me once I've made that connection. So you're right. It is important that we make ourselves available to the broad public and keep that in mind as we make our decisions.